shit got me a weed.
Life's a gamble, cars in the air. Stack decks cheating, but nobody cares. You hustle or fold, that's the game we play. The dealer's blind to the price we pay. Life's a gamble, a hot topic today. Roll the dice, but the odds never sway. Talk about it, fight about it, find a way. Life's a gamble every single day. Politicians lie while the streets stay raw. Laws get written, but who writes the law? Rich stay climbing, poor dig deep. Dreams so cheap while the shadows creep. Hey, money is power, so they say. But what's the cost when your soul's in play? Life's a gamble, a hot topic today. Roll the dice, but the odds never sway. Talk about it, fight about it, find a way. Life's a gamble every single day. What will you do when the stakes rise high? When the truth's a whisper and the world's a lie. Better know your line, what you won't cross. A win's no win when your soul is lost. Yeah. I'm D in the plug. Yeah. Tune in the day and the word to the wise. If you don't know what you will do for money, you better know what you won't do for it. You better know what you won't do for it. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, people? I hope everybody's enjoying this Tuesday night. I must say I'm glad to be here with y'all tonight. I'm glad that God gave me the opportunity to wake up and live another day, y'all. Gotta give a hand clap to God. Yes, indeed. I hope everybody's doing all right. Thank y'all for watching, those who's already watching. And hopefully we'll get some more viewers tonight. Oh, yes, indeed. I feel good, y'all. I feel excellent. So, over the last couple of days, I've been running up to people, and people been giving me some inspirational words, you know what I'm saying? Showing me support in what I'm doing here on this podcast thing, this podcast world, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I'm glad that I got people that encourage me instead of discourage me. So I come here tonight and I want to share my encouragement to others. You know what I'm saying? When I'm blessed with something, I want to be able to bless it with somebody else. You feel me? And shout out, I hadn't had a chance to give a shout out to my old high school, the Lady Tornadoes. They won a state championship, y'all. They won it a couple of weeks ago, but like I said, I hadn't had the time to shout them out, and I salute them. I want to congratulate them. They did good. So we talking about motivation, inspiring each other, and encouraging. You know, I'm sure at one point in time of those girls' life, they didn't think they would win a high school championship, but they did it. Through the grace of God and through hard work, dedication, being good student athletes, being intelligent enough to run the plays and do what they need on the court and do what they do in the classroom, I can't do nothing but to salute those ladies. And I hope they continue to win, because that's a hard thing to do, to win a championship. Because even when you lose some of the games, oh no, I'm gonna take that back. Even when you winning, sometimes you can still feel down on yourself because you could think, damn, I could have made that shot. Even though we win in the game, we won the game, I could have did this better. I could have did that better. A lot of people come down on themselves thinking that they can be perfect. But just be great. You ain't gotta be perfect. Just be great and just run with that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about, I wanna give some words of motivation. And y'all can share this video, please. Share the video. Because maybe this video can help somebody out. You know, as y'all come in, please cross over to YouTube when you get a chance. And hit that subscribe button for your boy. And like I said, once again, thanks for joining me, y'all. So, let's see here. All right, listen. If you clicked on this live right now, it's not by accident. I need you to do something real quick. Type in the chat, I'm still here. If you could do that for me. Type in the chat, I'm still here. Yeah, type it. Because the fact that you still here, that means a lot. That means something. Because I know what it feel like. I know what it feel like to be tired. I know what it feel like to feel stuck. You feel like sometimes nothing is working for you. And tonight, we're going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the fake motivation, not just the be positive stuff. We ain't going to talk about that. We're talking about the real struggle. So stay with me, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me go back. All right, you still here. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Glad you're here. So let me ask y'all something. Have you ever felt like you were doing your hardest and it's still not enough? Like you wake up every day with pressure on your chest, bills, responsibilities, people depending on you, but nobody asks you how you doing. But you continue to smile, but on the inside, you're really exhausted. And the crazy part is, you don't even know how to explain it to people. So most of the time, we just stay quiet, but we keep on pushing. But deep down, you're wondering to yourself, how much longer can I keep doing this? If that's you, drop a me in the comment section. Drop a me. That's me in the comment section. And as you're doing that, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. There was a man who reached a point in his life where he had nothing. He had nothing left. No motivation, no energy, no hope. He tried everything, but nothing worked for him. And one night, he sat alone and he seriously thought about quitting. Not just his goals, but everything. Because sometimes life hits you so hard that you don't even recognize yourself sometimes. I'm gonna say that again. Sometimes life hits you so hard that you don't recognize yourself sometimes. And in that moment, he asked himself one question. What if I'm not meant for this? Think about that. How many of y'all ask yourself that same simple question? And be honest. Be honest. Ask yourself have you ever asked yourself that same question? But here's where everything changed, y'all. It wasn't because something amazing happened. It wasn't because somebody saved him, but because he remembered something. He remembered who he used to be. The version of himself that had dreams. The version of himself that believed. And sometimes that's all it takes, is a vision. When other people don't see it in you, you see it in yourself. So, the version that he believed, the version that said, I'm going to make it no matter what. And he realized something powerful. That person didn't disappear. He just got buried. Buried by stress. Buried by failure. Or maybe buried under doubt. So he made one decision, y'all. Not to fix his whole life. Just one decision. He said to himself, I'm not quitting today. I'm not quitting today. That's it. And I want you to be this type of person. I want you to type it in the chat, not today. If you still here, type in the chat, not today, I'm not gonna quit. Because what a lot of us don't realize, if you haven't given up by now, you should probably pat yourself on the back, because you're probably not capable of giving up. So you should salute yourself. But I think I want to play that again. I kind of like that. See, a lot of people think success is one big moment. And it's not. Success is waking up when you don't feel like it. Success is trying again when you're tired. It's believing when you have no proof. That's what builds you up. That's what separates people, because most people, they quit too early. They just give up and just push everything to the side. Right before things start to change. And I know you, we don't want to be that person. You didn't come this far. We didn't come this far. You know, we didn't come this far. Let me read a comment. I see somebody just put a comment in it. Not today. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, we didn't come this far to quit. Look at everything you done survived. Everything you done went through. And you still here. That means something. So listen to me. Listen to me carefully. If you're at your lowest right now, this is not the end. It's not the end. This is just a part of your story where everything starts to change. But only if you do not quit. Not next week, not tomorrow, not today. One day you're going to look back at this moment and realize, you're going to realize the pain. You're going to realize the struggle. But this is what built you to be who you are. That pain and that struggle, that's what built you. It made you stronger. It made you unstoppable. So if you still here with me right now, I want you to type something in the comment this one last time. I won't quit. But wait, before you type that, I want you to really mean it. I want you to really mean that you won't quit. This life that we live in, y'all, it's so easy to be discouraged because we are surrounded with so much. We hear a lot of sad news. We hear a lot of bad news. It's rare that we hear good news. When you go around to somebody's house or wherever you go to work, every time you turn on your TV, everything, 95% of the things that we see and hear is bad. What's up, Jermaine? How you doing, brother? Long time, man. Long time. Hope you're doing all right, man. I talked to your mom a couple of weeks ago. I seen her and your brother outside. I talked to him, stopped by and hollered at him for a minute. But it's good to see you watching, man. I know you're good, though. I know you're good. But yeah, y'all, life, and one thing that people need to realize as far as goals in life, you can't always accomplish things on your own. Sometimes you might just need a supporting cast, or maybe you just need a team. Maybe sometimes you got to build the right team depending on what you're trying to do. A lot of people feel that they can do everything on their own, but that's not always the case. I'm not saying that you can't. But it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with asking for help from a person that you feel genuinely wants to help you. You know what I'm saying? And I know, you have people that you feel like you got to pay them to do everything. Well, I'm going to just be quite frank with you. If you got to pay your supposedly friend to do things for you that you're trying to excel, if you got to pay them when they know you're trying to excel, them are not your friends because they probably want to see you at the bottom with their ass. So it's all about surrounding yourself with the right people, the right groups of people. But I'm not saying you got to forget about your friends. But when you're on a mission, when you're trying to accomplish something, you got to be with like-minded people on the same program. These kids, and you know, it's so easy for kids to be distracted. You know, born in the 80s, we had distractions, but not the way kids have distractions now. It's ridiculous, and it's got to be hard for a kid coming up in this world. It's got to be a solid kid to not fall into this trap. And I think we need to. I'm gonna try my best to do my part. I'm gonna try my best to every little kid that I see going through some things to try to uplift them as much as possible. And even sometimes myself need that same uplifting. But as an adult, I think we can hide it better, and that's not always the good thing to do is hide. Or we feel lost at some stage in our life. That's not always the thing to do. But, you know, sometimes we want to be that grown man that, you know, can handle things on our own. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to know when to separate. Sometimes people actually need help. And sometimes just a simple word of encouragement. So I know I'm not going to stay here long tonight, y'all. I know y'all got other things to do instead of listening to me talk. I just wanted to share some inspiration. God put it on my heart, and I wanted to put it into the universe. And I hope it fly and reach somebody. You know what I'm saying? I hope it fly and reach somebody. If anybody want to call in and share any inspirational moments or you know, some words of encouragement, please feel free to call in. I don't think I have too much more to say. I got some stories, but I think I can save my stories to the next time. And I really do appreciate everybody tuning in on this Tuesday night, because there's a lot of things y'all could have been doing, like preparing for work or school in the morning. But with that being said, y'all, this is just a short video. I appreciate it. Oh. Before y'all get up out of here, or before I get out of here, y'all go over and hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, Hot Topics with D in the Plug. I would truly, truly appreciate it. And I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.